it, bro.
Come on, man.
What? What? I can't even do it. I was going right there.
Hey, give me a lip, man.
Hey, bro. This is crazy, bro.
Hey.
We on another show with it. What they say?
Hey, it's blessed to be here.
Yeah, it's always a blessing. It's always a blessing. Hey, cut the beat. It's your boy, KingJosiah.
It's your boy, Fernando, the one and only. And we also have a special guest today. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Simone Kilgore.
Simone, when I heard about Simone Kilgore, I heard she was a legend, man. That's what I heard. I said, I have to have her on the show, bro. I have to have her on the show.
Where you hear that from, bro?
Man, sources. You know, you can't say who you know these days.
For sure.
No, I'm just kidding, but
I'm a student. I'm not a legend.
hey, so I love the humbleness. Well, stay humble, stay hungry, for sure. But welcome to another episode of Let's Get Active. So, talking about our special guest. So, where are you from?
Originally I'm from Atlanta. You know?
Okay, but what Atlanta? So
Yeah.
yeah, you know the song's coming out now, exposing these people.
Well, to be specific, to be politically and politically correct, I'm from East Point, Georgia, and then I was raised in College Park, Georgia. So pretty much like the south side of Atlanta.
Got it. Okay. So not Atlanta. Don't even worry about it. Did she say College Park? Not Atlanta. That's what she said. Nah, I'm just kidding. But anyway, yeah, for sure. So tell me about your work. Tell me about what you do, Miss Simone.
Well, I would say a content creator. So
Okay.
I provide services of videography, photography, more so on the videography side. I like to do like documentary style videography. So
Okay.
like interviews, documentaries, shoot podcasts, things like that.
Oh, that's dope. So what we doing right now? Oh, let's go.
What got you into that?
I have a kind of an interesting story. Like I have a background in sciences, so I went to school for marine biology at Savannah State University. So shout out to the HBCUs, SSU.
Okay.
So I have a degree in marine biology or marine sciences, but I actually have a goal. My end goal is to be an underwater cinematographer. So
English.
Taking pictures underwater.
Oh, okay. Who we?
yeah.
I was like, you sure she went to Savannah State? Like she went to Harvard. Well, I had never heard a synopsis or whatever they said. But oh, that's cool. That's what's up. So that's always been your passion since day one?
Well, I wouldn't say since day one, but when I was like towards the end of my undergraduate career, I just was like, I do love art, I love science, so I want to be able to merge the two. And underwater cinematography would be a good way to like blend art and science together. That way I can expose minorities to marine science through film.
Okay, so do you dive?
I am a certified scuba diver.
Ooh, don't it get scary under there?
Certified.
You know what? Every time is different. The conditions in the water are never the same. So, I do have that emotion of anxiety before I get in the water because, you got to know what you're doing when you're down there. You got to trust the people you're with when you're down there.
So what water? Yeah, that's important. What water are we going into? Ooh, I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears or whatever they said, bro. But this person, I don't play with sharks, boy. I don't play with sharks. I ain't gonna lie, I believe in mermaids, so like they don't look how we think they look, bro. They definitely under there. For me, I think they're under there. Cause ain't no way you just swim in something, grab your hand. Ooh,
yeah.
Now look.
But see, we need more people like you. You know what I'm saying? Underwater that gets that take away that type of that stereotype that sharks are just vicious animals. You know.
Hey, some things you just don't play with.
Have you saw a mermaid yet?
Nah. Well, I think I'm a mermaid.
Oh, well, they're not allowed to tell us. That's what they. It was in the disclosure agreement before the podcast.
I'm looking at one right now.
Oh, for sure. Okay.
Well, I want to say thank y'all for having me on the show. I wasn't expecting the call, so I appreciate you guys. So I just want to extend my gratitude to you guys. Thank you. Y'all doing a great thing right now.
We love it.
Yes.
So who all have you worked with?
I worked with a lot of independent artists. I would say my first big opportunity to work with an artist would be through the record label Baby Grand, and they have Currency under that label.
Shout out to Baby Grand.
So the Jet Life crew, like that was a big opportunity for me to kind of just get exposed to, I guess, people of a bigger name. But I really don't like to like put people on the hierarchy or anything like that. But yeah, like that was a good opportunity. I did some recap videos when they were actually recording an album called Plan of Attack. So they did everything here at Patchwork, and then they needed some coverage of video services just to document them recording their album here. So I got a chance to be a part of that type of rollout for that album. And right now, thankfully, I've been doing a lot of podcasts. Shout out to Keo Spikes and Tutan Reyes. There's some retired NFL legends. I've been working on their Behind the Mask podcast.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
We're actually about to kick off their new season soon. And then that led to an opportunity of working with Inky Johnson.
The Inky Johnson. Oh, my goodness. So what's it like working with him?
Inky is a ball of like just if he puts a mirror in your face, about like where you are, thinking like your thought process and just being thankful for things, So he has an interesting background, an interesting story. If you look him up, you'll find out all about him. But he has definitely shown me personally like what it means to just be thankful for every day that you are waking up. So yeah, he has a dope podcast called Serendipity with Inky Johnson. He also have a co-host by the name of Oak.
Oh, so, yeah, Big Oak. We heard about him now.
Yeah,
we done did our research. I said, Inky Johnson? What?
Yeah,
ain't no way.
That was his 8th grade teacher. So they've been connected since then, and now they on a podcast together. So
that's beautiful. Yeah. That's beautiful. Shout out to Inky Johnson. Shout out to Inky Johnson and Oak. Big Oak, we love you, bro. We love you, bro. We love you. So when it comes to going to school, was it hard? What sacrifices did you have to make while in school?
You know what? An interesting story with that. Just even getting into school was hard for me. I had really good grades going to, in high school. I was on honor roll and things like that, but I wouldn't say the best standardized test taker.
So I get you now.
Yeah, I had to really kind of appeal the process of me getting into college. So that right there, just getting accepted into college was kind of a challenge for me. But, the Lord, worked his way out for me, and I stay thankful for that. So I was able to get into Savannah State University. Ooh. But even as an undergrad, one of my biggest challenges that I feel like, and I don't say I regret anything, but I think I have had moments where I was less than my best self when I was in school based on like just staying focused, just partaking in extracurricular activities that I could have just been spending time focused on my academic, and I didn't really start getting focused.
With the HBCUs where they be like, the kid out, maybe barking and throwing.
I didn't pledge. I didn't.
You ain't pledge?
No, I didn't.
What?
But at the same time, I started to really get serious with my schooling. I would say more so towards my junior and senior year. It took me 5 years to get my degree. So most of the time it takes 4. So
you got the degree. Yeah. That's all that matters. You got the degree.
Yeah.
You walked across the stage. Yeah. Took all your pictures.
Made my mama proud. But school was cool too because it was like really my first opportunity to really be away from home. Like Savannah is like 3 hours away from Atlanta, so it's it taught me some responsibility, things that I probably would have never got a chance to experience unless I went away to school. I met some great people down there that I'm still friends with to this day. So I know people are kind of like bashing college this day, saying you don't really have to go to school, you don't want to accumulate all that debt, which is true about the debt. But I think that if you're trying to get into specific fields, that networking opportunity, just being around certain people, certain opportunities, I think college will provide that experience for you.
Okay. Is that worth the experience?
It depends. You talked about sacrifice. So right there, that's a sacrifice in itself. I was the guinea pig, to be honest. Like in my family, I have a younger sister, so I went to school before her. And my mistakes show her what not to do when it comes to taking out and borrowing money. So, but yeah, I'm still paying back my loans to this day.
Hey, but shoot, are you living your dream though?
I would say I am heading in that direction. Am I specifically working in my field of marine science right now? I'm currently not. However, I did have some opportunities. I worked at the Georgia Aquarium for I would say about a good 2.5, going on 3 years.
Okay.
But I kind of had to pivot a little bit because I was just like, if I want to do this underwater cinematography, I have to figure out how to work a camera. So, yeah, I've been pretty much in this film or I say camera world as of lately. But I am starting to pivot back into the marine science world now. I'm a part of a dive club called the Atlanta Underwater Explorers. It's a group of Black scuba divers here in the Atlanta area, and we focus on a lot of outreach opportunities to just educate people about the importance of our environment. So, and scuba diving and things like that. So yeah, it's a lot of things coming up.
Sounds like you have a lot going on, and you still have time to work with patchwork and record and edit videos. It just goes to show you give time to what you want, and you make what matters a priority.
Exactly.
So when it comes to prioritizing, is that hard? You said you got this going on, that going on, cinematography, this and that.
I'm working on my organization this year. That's one of my words of this year, just organizing and just being efficient. So. I think that purpose is providing service for people. So right now I feel like I am living in my purpose because people are coming to me and asking me for things like videography, photography. Can I help them with editing and things like that? So I feel like I am walking in my purpose right now. So I prioritize my time around helping people in that aspect.
Oh. So talk about walking your purpose. How about you wear your purpose? Because this is brought to you by wickclothing.
Okay.
And yeah. So
what's the name of it called?
It's called wickclothing.
Wick.
Yes,
okay.
It stands for WIC.
Impact creates knowledge.
Wick. We impact or wick?
With WITH.
Impact.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Windbreak, I was eyeing that when I got in. I was like,
she came in. They be feeling the merch.
That tiger. So that tiger is on. Is that on every?
It's a cougar. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it's a cougar.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get the growling out here. Call me
Okay.
This one, what he got on, that was my original one that I made.
Okay.
But I made basically paid mine though.
Okay.
Get this one.
That both of them are hard. I like that.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
tough. It's only the best merch in the game.
The material looks nice too.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
I can't sell nothing.
I
It's be
support it.
trash.
Nice.
During the wintertime, when it was cuddle season, oh yeah, they was wearing these. They was loving this. They was like, ooh wee, let's get some of Wick merch.
Nice.
I said, yep. And he even had a Valentine's Day drop. And it was a lot lighter, so I said, okay, I can wear this at, all purpose, all season. And they say, Wick, when you coming out with the shirts and shorts? We got shirts and shorts on the way.
Yeah,
they like,
seasons are
when you
changing.
coming out with the windbreaker? We got the windbreaker on the way. It's not even out yet, but I bet you I cop it. Well, I bet you I cop it, boy.
Nice. So what can I ask you a question? So what got you interested in clothing?
When I was young, I really couldn't. My parents, they couldn't really afford, all the Nike and all that stuff. But they will eventually get it for me, but not at the time that I wanted it.
Nice.
So
okay.
basically, I wanted to have something that was really like mine.
Right.
And so within this brand, it's have a different meaning. Basically, meaning you're a man or woman of your word. You stand on 10 toes, do whatever you have to do, whatever sacrifice you have to make. You still gonna be that same person. You don't see any external validation. So.
Okay, I support it, black man.
Yeah.
That's
What they call him, King Fernando. Ooh-wee. Yes,
Fernando.
sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. So when it comes to branding and whatnot, bro, so why the cougar? Like, what does that mean?
Or the cougar?
Why the cougar? Why not, how people eat lions and tigers and bears and wolves and all that stuff.
Because people
bro.
gonna ask, like, why the cougar?
Why the cougar?
Cougar, it stands for assertiveness, misunderstood, and wisdom. And basically, like I said earlier, I create this brand for people that feel like misunderstood or people that can't really talk in the truth. Like, I can have a full conversation in my head and understand fully what I'm saying, but if I talk to you, it might come off as a blur.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it just, what'd you say?
No, good.
So it might come off as a blur.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I'm trying to be the voice for the people that really can't speak for themselves.
Okay.
And whatever you do, go 100% at it, and you should do that. You should never seek outside validation from anybody.
That's so true.
Yeah. So when people say, well, why should I wear a wig when I got Nike, Jordan, Adidas? What makes your brand so special that why should people buy your brand?
I mean, look at it though.
Yeah, look at it now. I mean, we be styling.
I mean, one is fine. Two, bro, I put my sweat and tears into this. So it ain't really nothing like, you can't go in Fashion Nova or Journeys and try to get it.
That's right. It's one of a kind.
Yeah.
It's one of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
And it means a lot for me than, somebody else. Somebody that like you that bought it.
Yeah. We're willing to cut a deal with Fashion Nova and all these other brands if they really want to.
It's my email in the DM. Just
Oh yeah.
Okay.
it's a link below. Come on.
What they say, partnerships pending.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So it comes to my attention that you worked with Nipsey Hussle. Can you talk about that a little bit? Because that's big.
Well, I would say I was brought on by, I would say I was an extension of one of the camera operators here at Patchwork Recording Studios by the name of Keyshawn.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the opportunity with Tamiko Hope, and she's actually in PR, and she works with Zaytoven. I think she represents him.
Zaytoven.
Don't quote me on that, but they have a really close-knit relationship professionally. And they were doing a campaign for Nipsey Hussle back in 2018. It was around the fall of 2018, like shortly before the new year 2019, where he, lost his life. However, they were doing a session in 9000. I get the phone call from Keyshawn. He was like, you got to come up here. Nipsey Hussle is up here with Zaytoven. And anybody who knows me, they know I love Nipsey Hussle. Like,
R.I.P.
I was definitely R.I.P. Nipsey. Like, before I even pulled, like, while I was pulling up here, I was playing Victory Lap. So I am a fan of Nipsey. Like,
Okay.
I don't want to say I take credit for putting people on to Nipsey, but I feel like some of my friends, like, they know of Nipsey because I was just constantly playing his music ever since Bullets Ain't Got No Names on it. So, I've been
that Bullets Ain't Got No Names on it.
I'm from Atlanta, so just how his music got all the way out here into my ears, like, I feel like that is a big thing.
Right.
So I got some dope images and behind the scene photos within that session. And I only released, I would say, when I say release, like posted, like maybe 2 images from that, because I have a slew of those images, but I want to do something creatively with those before I just showcase them to the world. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what to do with that still, even after his passing. I was like, man, I got to really think about this versus just dropping these photos. But yeah, man, like Nipsey, man, I'm kind of getting emotional right now about that.
So were you always a fan, or were you a fan after death, like most people?
Well, I would say I was always a fan. Like even watching his movies, not just him, he was in a movie with Gilly the Kid. I can't even remember the name of that movie, but he was in that movie, and I was like, I actually saw that movie after his death. I didn't know he was even in that movie
I didn't
until
know he was in the movie. Period.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I was like, watching his interviews and things like that before his death. Just outside of him doing music, he had a perspective that kind of just shifted, I feel like, a whole generation of people just from the entrepreneurial aspect, just from his mission of wanting to educate people about finances, educate people about what to do and what not to do in the music industry when it comes to your music business. So that really stuck out to me because he was really fighting for his people. So, yeah, shout out to Nipsey Hussle, all the All Money In, All Money In. Yeah, All Money In, like they whole campaign and things like that. Like him figuring out. I think he really defined what an NFT is too, based on his Proud to Pay type of campaign before he passed away. So yeah, Nipsey Hussle, man, he's a legend. Yeah. I think he the Tupac of our generation. Seriously.
For sure.
Yeah. Did y'all listen to Nipsey like that?
Ooh-wee.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know him until he died.
Okay.
So, but I did listen to his music, and his music really helped me through depression. So,
Man,
hey.
it's real.
I'm gonna be real. Nope. Didn't know who Buddy was till he died. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, but his funeral though, like, I never seen nobody get laid to rest like that in the entertainment industry. Like Michael Jackson didn't even go out like that.
So explain it, cause this is news to me.
Yeah, his funeral was live, like they was playing on Tidal. It was playing on different networks. BET had it playing, but yeah, like if you saw like footage, like it shut down. I think they rolled down one of his blocks in LA, and it was just people like lined up for blocks and blocks and blocks. Stevie Wonder sung at his funeral.
What?
Like, yeah. So it was,
oh my gosh.
It was big. It was big. They had it at the Staples Center in LA, and that was packed out. So I've never seen anyone to actually just go out like that. So
Okay, that's dope.
yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So what? Did you work with any other rappers?
Yeah, I worked with a few rappers. Like I said, a lot of independent artists. So there's a service here called A Day at Patchwork.
Okay, so Patchwork Studios
Yeah,
in Atlanta.
Georgia.
Okay.
Yes. So it's a service that we provide here at the studio where we document the session or a recording session of an artist that may be doing a session here at the studio.
Right.
It may not be like I've done people that have not even been recording artists. Like they could be a producer, they could be a songwriter, manager, things like that. But it's a documentary style mini interview or mini documentary of whoever is involved in that session. Mm-hmm. So I've done a lot of independent artists. I don't want to just blast out their names because I know they're really like still, getting their careers together. Mm-hmm. But we started that service around 2019 going into 2020. And it's been very successful here. It's a affordable, I believe, in my opinion, an affordable package here. You'll have me in your session for 2 hours.
Ooh-wee.
And
book her.
Yeah, and
Book
it's $300.
I tell you,
it's $300. You get a mini documentary of your session. And we also have another package where it's a performance package if they want to get it right after their documentary plays. There's like a performance segment of whatever song that they were working on within that session. So that's $395. So it's I think it's an investment that they will enjoy to promote themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey,
300 is cheap.
Yeah. Compared to what you're getting
for your future. Exactly.
You hear how this sound? Courtesy of Patchwork. Ooh-wee. What about bro? Who's your favorite rapper?
Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates. Why?
I don't gotta think about it, bro.
Why Kevin Gates, bro?
Kevin Gates. I don't know, bro. I can recite any of his songs. And that time, like I told you in the earlier podcast in 2019, probably the roughest time, the roughest years of my life. So him, Kevin Gates, and Nipsey, like I religiously listened to their music a lot. And it helped me through that dark time, bro.
Oh, yeah,
that
bro,
whole
for sure.
year and 2 months that I was, down bad or whatever.
Yep.
It really helped me. So that's why I love both of the artists. That was my top two. If I, go in the gym, if I'm feeling sad or even happy, bro, I would, put on one of their songs. And uplift my mood.
I like that.
Okay. So when it came to interning, let's talk about it.
Yes.
Take me through that process.
If you want to be inside of Patchwork, you have to go through the internship program. Whether you're an engineer, whether you're a part of the media department, and that's just because I think it's you learning that etiquette of being around certain people and rubbing shoulders around certain people and knowing the do's and don'ts. Right. Specifically with me, I started an internship here in the media department in the fall of 2017. I was an intern for about a year and a half. Pretty much that's when everything was wide open before COVID. So we used to have workshops here. We used to have showcases here. Okay. And then I would have to just pretty much learn how to, I would say, to be honest and to be transparent, everything that I learned, everything that I know about camera work and everything like that, as far as videography is concerned, even with some skills with photography, I learned it through the internship here.
Okay.
So I did not know how to shoot properly when it comes to videography when I was an intern. I was shooting wrong. I was shooting wrong shutter speed, just different settings on my camera I didn't know that I had to put in and dial in. So thankfully I worked with people that definitely showed me the do's and don'ts. And so it was a challenge. Like there were some challenging moments as being an intern here because I was kind of like putting a lot of pressure on myself because it was something new that I was learning. It was the language that I had to understand. And so thankfully I stuck it out and got that patchwork jacket that you might see people rocking around. So
I seen some of that. I said, I gotta cop some of the merch.
Yeah.
I'm here a little bit too often not to have any patchwork merch.
Yeah. But those jackets, they're not for sale. You got to earn those jackets. So
Dang, so ain't like these, huh?
we got sweatshirts though.
Ooh-wee.
We got sweatshirts though. But yeah, the internship process, I feel like in any field that you're in, I think you have to humble yourself and be at that type of level to just know the ropes, because how can you be a leader if you don't know what it means to be led? So if you are just, coming in and you think you know everything, that's a quick way to get shoved out, out of these doors at the studio.
Okay. So when it comes to working with the studio, it's just do you like your job here? You love it?
I love it. Yes. This is a blessing. I'm able to actually kind of contract myself out through the studio. So meaning like I'm not I wouldn't say I'm a particular person that has to be here every single day. I kind of make my own schedule based on if I'm getting booked or not. I have my own company called 88 Vintage LLC.
Ooh, 88 Vintage LLC.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about?
So it is. It was founded in 2016, and it's a kind of a company where I provide services, photography, videography. So that's where if anyone wants to book me, they'll pay not Simone, they'll pay 88 Vintage LLC. So
respect the name, 88 Vintage. You don't gotta pay me. You gonna pay my LLC though. For sure.
Yes. So I created an LLC pretty much in 2016, and I've been just working and trying to build that up and trying to make sure that the business aspect is proper for that. It took me, I would say, I'm in like year 6 now, and now I'm really starting to kind of see some return on my investments.
So what you've been saying is you've been getting active.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why we had to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Because I heard
that.
you've been getting active, and I was just like, gotta have her on the show.
I appreciate it. Like, it was a pleasant surprise. I was like, you know what? Keyshawn is telling me, like, these guys, for one, he mentioned how much you guys admire Inky Johnson, and he told me that you guys watch his podcast and
religiously.
Yeah, we it's a weekly tape, and the new episode dropped today. If you have, it's episode 26 of season 2. So we drop every Monday around 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern. But it made me feel like, what, people are catching on to the show. People are appreciating the things that's going on behind the scenes. So it's a team effort, and for you guys to reach out to me, I'm thankful for that. I appreciate that.
Not everybody shines light on people behind the scenes. Yeah, not everybody just shines. Yeah, just behind the scenes. People just forget people behind the scenes. So I had to. So I also saw a video of yours that you did for Inky Johnson, and The Rock retweeted it.
Oh, wow.
So what was that like? I done did my research on you now.
Oh,
yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah,
you know what?
Yeah, I'm coming with it, ain't I?
Shout out.
You are. Shout out to The Rock. I was like, man. The first person I called was my homie Keyshawn. And I was like, Keyshawn,
shout out to Keyshawn.
Shout out to Keyshawn.
Do you see this? Like, The Rock just really he watches the podcast. Like, I can't believe he watches it. And he was like, yeah, you need to figure out what to do with this clip. So I pretty much kind of cut up what The Rock said, and then I kind of combined it what Inky said. What he was actually, The Rock was actually quoting Inky Johnson speaking on one of the podcasts. I can't remember the exact episode. I need to go back and see, but yeah, The Rock just made his own individual post about something he heard on the Inky Johnson podcast, Serendipity. And I found that exact moment from that episode and kind of combined that clip, and then it just went crazy once I posted it.
Oh, it went crazy. I would have went crazy too. I'd have been like, look, The Rock just posted this, bro. Oh my God.
Yes, listen, I grew up, so 88 vintage. I was born in 1988, so kind of do your math about how old I am. But
18.
but yeah, so I grew up in so my childhood was pretty much the 90s and things like that. So when The Rock was on TV, oh my gosh, I was a fan of The Rock, and for him to just post that, like, I don't know him personally, I'm a fan. But that was legendary. That was legendary. I used to watch wrestling and all that.
Because The Rock would have posted me, I'd have been like, yeah, that's my friend. Because he was like The Rock when he posted the video. He said, "Yeah, my dear friend Inky Johnson." I got to repost it. Yeah, my dear friend.
You would have rolled that way. Like, you just rolled it.
Roll, bro. It took it right to the. Yeah, my best friend. We work out together. Well, I would have you take stuff like that to the limit, boy.
Yeah.
They say the sky's the limit, but I want my footprints on the moon. Boy. I'm trying to tell you, I would have. Woo-wee.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's coming soon though. Ain't that right?
Yeah, just stay humble, at the same time,
Yep. Stay humble. So with all this, going on and all this you have accomplished, what advice would you give to a younger you? Ooh-wee. Let me go ahead and get comfortable.
You know what? To be honest and transparent, this is something that right now, what I'm doing right now, I don't do this often. I don't get in front of a microphone. I don't get in front of a camera. I'm normally behind the camera. So you're kind of looking at someone that is actually just blossoming right now, because this is something that I don't normally do. And I'm appreciative of that, because you guys are helping me, even if I'm walking out of my comfort zone, you guys are helping me with that by this platform. So I do appreciate that. But the advice I would give my younger self would just to be someone that just tell Simone, like, everything's going to be okay if you just continuously believe in yourself, because people see things in you that you may not see in yourself right now. And where I'm currently at, I am finally starting to realize, like, man, God got you, Simone. Like, he led you to where you are. He's leading you right now. And as long as you believe that he loves you, like, that's something that I would tell my younger self. Like, just always remember that God loves you. Like, don't worry about how much you love God. Just worry about how much God loves you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I would tell my younger self, because he's everywhere. He's in me.
Love it.
Yeah, sure, yeah. He's everywhere. Oh, that touched my soul. I might just drop a tear on the couch.
So what do you see your business within the next, 2 to 3, 5, 10 years?
To be able to scale it, to be able to progress my skills that I'm working on now, to be able to edit faster, and by the next 2 to 3 years, I want to be able to be underwater, to be able to just be someone, be that person that someone can call and be like, all right, we got an underwater scene that's going to be going on this show. I need you to come out and be a part of this camera crew that works underwater. So, and exposing people to marine science through film, and still, doing things like this within the entertainment industry as well. I always felt like I was a jack of all trades, but you still got to be a master of at least one of them. Right. But I am someone that is the value that I can bring to a team or a corporation. When they see me in action, they'll be like, oh yeah, she's an asset. So I want people to actually know how they can benefit from my purpose or my passion. So.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yes.
Dope, man.
I appreciate y'all, man. I did not know how this would turn out. Like I said, this is something new for me. But I'm glad I did it. So thank you.
We're glad you did.
Yes.
We glad you came on the show. Hey, where can we find you?
Yeah, so I am on Instagram at _88vintage. That's where you can find me. You can check out my Linktree page on that as well, so you can get some other links on how to get in contact with me. But yeah, you'll see some of my work on there. You can also go to Patchwork Recording Studios website. And they have a media department page on there, and that's how you can actually see how you can book me as well. So
okay, that's dope.
Check her page out, everybody.
Yeah, check her page out. Again, you'll find me at KingJosiah Motivation, and I'm your boy KingJosiah.
Do I have to type in like KingJosiah?
Yeah, type in KingJosiah Motivation.
Will you come out or like somebody else?
Of course I come up, bro.
Oh,
come on now. hey, Google me. I tell you like I tell all these other people.
I ain't
Google
got
me.
I got Bing. But I understand, bro.
What they say?
y'all are hilarious.
Where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, my business page at wickclothing. It's WICK clothing, the little hyphen.
Okay, so if I type in wickclothing, I'm gonna find you.
Yeah, you'll see my face, bro.
You're gonna see this logo.
Even though that's the original,
You're gonna see this one.
Cause
it's mine.
you only rock the original, and that's for sure. All right, this is.
you can. My personal is Nando Wick, NANDO Wick, WICK.
Well, with that, we're gonna head out. I'm getting pretty hungry, so we're gonna head out. And again, thanks for coming on the show, Simone. Really appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys.
And no problem. And we'll see y'all next time on Let's Get Active.